Good morning still. It's, I never saw that message before. It's August the 16th, and it's a Tuesday. I often walk downtown on Tuesday, and today is no different. I've been editing all morning, and a change of scenery would do me good, so take a walk down to town, have lunch, and carry on editing at the Hotel Saskatchewan, as I often do. Quite warm today. It's going to 31. I'd say it's well into the 20s already from the feel of it. No jungle adventures today like I had yesterday. If you go back and check yesterday's walk, the first 20 minutes, it looked like I was trekking through the trackless jungle somewhere down by the lake over on the other side of Broad Street, other side of the West Canada Parkway, other side of the Science Center, actually, because I started at the Science Center, over to Douglas Park and walked down along a path I'd never followed before. It was quite woodsy. Yeah, for some reason I got a message that told me I'm live. Well, I knew that, but I've never gotten one before, so I wonder if they've updated the app or something. It'll be about a 20-minute walk down and a 20-minute walk back. I probably won't stretch it out at all today. Get wet if I keep going that way. Somebody's got their sprinkler going. Nice green garden there. They've been working on this house for a while. Renovating, I guess. We're still waiting for our deck to get built. He promises he's going to be here tomorrow. Theoretically, we're getting this all done around April. It was all supposed to be done so we could enjoy it this summer, and it hasn't even been anywhere close to that. Oh, they've been digging here again, it looks like, maybe. This is all cleaned up and ready for, I presume, a new house going in here. Tore down the old one that was actually kind of a heritage property, but was in too bad shape to be saved, apparently. Used to know who lived there. Never been in it, though. Just make sure I'm well focused into the distance there. Nice flowers in this corner, too. I would like to have a front yard that looked that nice, but I don't. Haven't done the work to make it happen. We have a very shady yard. Our grass is not in great shape. It needs new sod. We don't want to do that until at some point, we're going to have to redo the stucco and paint. And that'll mean equipment coming over the yard, so. Fire engine, maybe? I can't see it. I could just hear it. I don't know what that is. It's really pleasant temperature in the shade, just feels a little warm in the sun. They're working on College Avenue up here, so it's down to 2 lanes. It's usually 4 lanes with a boulevard down the middle. But at least at this end, it's only down to 2 lanes once you get across Albert Street up here, which has slowed traffic quite a bit. That's a very heavily utilized bit of road. Oh, I'm not going to make that crosswalk. Might as well take a shortcut here then. It's not really a shortcut, just a little slightly different path than I usually follow. So we see this side of the old government telephone building, now part of the Royal Saskatchewan Museum. Has labs and things in there. Fossils being worked on as we speak. Research going on. A nice view of that archway down there, which I have walked through on occasion. And here we are in Albert. Here's the front of the former Saskatchewan government telephone server. And all our usual friends along here. Leopold's Tavern. Never been on their deck. Should be pretty nice back there. I don't hardly ever go into Leopold's. It's just too small and noisy for my taste. I'm usually looking for some place that I can sit and write. Specs. I bought glasses there. As have we all. My usual gas station, Petrocan. Missed this one too. Won't be able to make it. Too bad. The other side is the shady side. I'd really like to get over to the other side. But this is a long line. I don't know wait here. So I will carry on. As I'm going to get a crosswalk right now. This lot has been vacant forever. I think it may have had a gas station in it at one point, and often that means so much cleanup for anybody that moves in that they haven't done it. I don't know that for sure. It's always been empty as far as I can remember since I moved up here. Not that I would have necessarily noticed it when I moved up here, so it's possible it got torn down. Like there's another empty lot up there that I think had a bowling alley on it. Maybe even that was still here when I moved up here. But it's funny how that changes. You can't really remember. Once a building is gone, it's hard to remember it was ever there. That's X Studios, where my daughter danced and worked for a while. Apartment building over there. There's been no sign of bodega coming back up here. A restaurant in an old house. There's still patio furniture sitting up on the top deck. But I've seen no indication of this coming back, which is too bad. I used to like to come here quite a bit. Right here. It's like there's still chairs up on top, but no indication it's going to be revived. I hope it might at some point. Like I missed this one too. I'm going to end up all the way down at 13th or Victoria before I get to cross the Albert Street. There's apartments up above and kind of odd little shops down below. First Presbyterian Church, where we got married 25 years ago this fall. Gay club over there. There's an Indian restaurant over there and a sushi and karaoke place over there. I've been in a few times. They actually have a sushi train or float. Yeah, it's more of a train, I think. Anyway, a little conveyor belt that goes around with different things on it. Here's the Cat Cafe. The cats are probably all back in the back at this time of day. They don't look like they're out. Oh, no. Yeah, no, they're all back there. Nouveau Gallery. Number 1 fire hall over there. Just a strip mall over here. Oh, good grief, I think I missed this one too. Eventually I have to cross. And if not this one, then it's going to be a Victoria. Always seems to work that way. They seem to be timed so that you're kind of stuck on one side if you're looking for the best place to cross. You can go a long way before you get a... Well, I'll keep going this way since that's the way it worked out. The Thai here is one of our favorite quick and easy Asian food restaurants. We've eaten there many times and taken takeout from there as well. Never had a picture framed here. It's been here forever, but I've never even been in there. I guess they're still in business. Cathedral Social Hall. I have sometimes eaten here and written. I've been avoiding it a bit because I'm trying to drink less beer during the day for calorie reasons. This one up here says it's a medical clinic, but in fact it's closed. And we're going to turn down Victoria over here by the North Canadian Oils building over there. It's like I missed this one too. So at this point I just have to suck it up and wait for the change. It is getting right up to lunchtime, so the traffic is picking up a bit. Always does. We're going to go that way. Oh, they've got a Grey Cup thing on the side of the tower up there, I see. We are hosting Grey Cup in November at Mosaic Stadium. Not particularly confident that the riders will be there, but the game will be there anyway. This, of course, over here is Viterra, which is used to be the wheat pool. Started life as a department store.
Yeah, maybe better to go.
Have to wait. We don't have any choice. I can't see a thing on the screen right now, so it's our turn. Going south on Albert there.
All it was like a whole bunch of young.
Big nearby gas station, but we are Petrocam people. Never buy gas at us, so. Mainly because I have a card and I get a slight discount. This used to be where Cato Books was, and now says Duce and Beta. Maybe it always said that, but it used to have Cato Books in it as well, which published my Shards of Excalibur series, but they went bankrupt and they are not there anymore, although their sign still is. This used to be Salvation Army, but it's a law firm. The law firm, according to the sign. There's City Hall over there. Again, I can't actually see anything on the screen. It decided it was going to go dim on me, so if you leave a comment, I won't see it. This is the courthouse here. See the Grey Cup sign on the tower down there. And there's City Hall. courthouse entrance. Courthouse flowers. Knox Metropolitan over there. Coming up to the Balfour, which I always point out because I really like their entrance and kind of it's kind of Spanish colonial style they have going on. Here, I always like to stop and take a quick look. Just a very attractive entrance they have. Victoria Park over there. First Baptist up here. I'm going to have to wait. I delayed myself just a little too long. But as long as nobody's coming, it's a one-way street, so you can cross here. That's First Baptist, heavily damaged in the tornado in 1912, as was Knox Met on the other corner. Oddly enough, we've had two premiers who were Baptist preachers. Tommy Douglas was a Baptist preacher, first socialist government in Canada, or in North America, was in Saskatchewan back in the 40s. And then Lorne Calvert, who was premier for a while, and whom I kind of knew. He was premier when my daughter was born. Was also a Baptist preacher. And he preached in Moose Jaw. This is the land titles building here. Very important during land homesteading days. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, now I'm seeing comments. I'm about to run out of a walk, though. So welcome, but you are coming in at the tail end here of the first part of the walk. I'll be back later to walk home again. If we look at here, we'll see the cenotaph nicely framed as we cross. And then we're at the Hotel Saskatchewan, which is my destination. So let me see, who said hi? I can't read it, it's just too bright. And the screen has gone dim for some reason, I'm not sure why. Dimmer than it sometimes is. So I can't read your comments, but welcome. And thanks for joining me, belatedly, towards the end of this brief walk. Subscribe, and you'll get notified whenever I do this. And I will be back, I don't know, maybe 3 hours from now for my walk home. So that's it for now. Alrighty, good afternoon. It's still October no, not October. I was just thinking about October, but it's August. August the 15th? 16th. I'll figure it out yet. And I'm just leaving the Hotel Saskatchewan, heading back home after having lunch and getting some editing done. Go out the back way here. This is part 2 of today's walk. This little addition, this is an addition back here. Of course, the hotel was built in 1926, I think, and they didn't really think about accessibility. So some time ago, they put in this little chairlift here, so you could get in from back here. And that made a big difference, especially at the time. I was often chauffeuring my mother-in-law, who was quite elderly and only somewhat mobile, and we would go in that way all the time. So it was great when they built that. Oh, that's boring. Let's go on down to the street here. I'm just walking straight back. My wife, I'm probably going to have to give her a ride to her hair appointment. Anyway, I'm expecting her to show up at the house shortly, so I should be there. It takes 20 minutes and I should be back home again, so it'll only be about a 40-minute total, or even less, walk today. Got a bunch more editing done. It was nice to make the change of location there. Had a Cobb salad. They make a good Cobb salad there for lunch. I eat a lot of salads for lunch these days, trying to keep the weight at a reasonable level. Much as my preference would be hamburger and fries. I haven't had fries now in quite a while. It'll be a real treat whenever I finally have them again. So this is Cornwall. We're walking down here. Canadian Red Cross is actually here. I often walk by the Canadian Blood Services. The two things were separated. Ooh, we never walked down here. Let's go down here. It's not exactly designed for walking, but it can be done. The gravel is much thicker than I thought it was. I always like to find new paths to take when I'm walking in this old familiar territory here. Over here is the Salvation Army. That used to be where the Saskatchewan Writers Guild was when I first moved to Regina, but not for a long time now. In fact, it's been in 2 different places since that. Well, shall we go down this side of the Salvation Army then? Can we do that? We can. We'll walk down that way either. Coming up to Lawrence Street then from a different direction, through a different path. Building there. We're on more now. Looks to me like for some reason my horizon seemed to be really out of whack there for a little bit, but maybe it's sorted itself out, I can't tell. Riding his bicycle down the wrong way on a one-way street, that's actually illegal, you know. Bicycles are considered, I don't want to go down the alley, are considered vehicles, so you're supposed to follow the traffic laws. There's the old YMCA where I used to go to the gym all the time until they closed it down. Closed because of COVID, and it's not coming back. That was the straw that broke the YMCA's back in that building, which was built about the time I was born, the late 50s. Yeah, and I quite enjoyed going, well, I don't know if enjoyed is the right word, since I didn't really enjoy exercising, but it was a nice place to go and exercise. And my daughter went there that was her first daycare. Well, no, it was her second daycare, actually, but it was a good place for her to go to daycare, and when she started kindergarten, she would go to daycare there in the morning, go to her half day of kindergarten. So the first time we put her on a bus to go to school, it was right there in front of that building. Aw. Isn't that sad? Time goes by. You may have noticed. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Parking stalls for rent if you need one. Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. Sorry, it's hard to stop once you start. Fly like an eagle. Well, let's see. Maybe I'll go down this way. I walked along Albert when I came, so it seems redundant to walk along Albert again. Now the sun is kind of right overhead, so there's not a lot of shade on either side of the street, but a little more on this side. So I think it's 26 or 27 at the moment, so certainly warming up. The old houses here, that some of them are still houses, some of them are businesses. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but this is a business. Right building over there. I don't know if it's a seniors type or not. Sunflowers are kind of at their peak right now. That looks like it's still a oh no, it has a sign in front of it. I don't think it is. I think it's a business. It is. You get a lot of hair studios in these old houses, I've noticed. Open Skies Therapy. Very informative. Not sure what kind of therapy they offer. Therapy doesn't tell you much. Could be many, many different kinds of therapy. Apartment building here. It's all mosey down this way. This is where the trees grow right out of the sidewalk. This used to be a vegetarian restaurant called Heliotrope, but it's a spa of some sort now. Hair salon, I mean, kind of place. Maybe the first vegetarian restaurant I ever ate at. I enjoyed it well enough, but I do like meat, and I'm not going to change my mind about that. Just because I've had the occasional good vegetarian meal. Again, there's First Presbyterian, where we were married. "25 years ago this September. It's our silver anniversary this year." Oh, perfect timing to cross here, it looks like. Perfect timing. Couldn't do better. Maybe I'll walk down to Angus instead of walking along Albert, since I walked along there once. Nice kind of gothic building here. Vintage streetwear sneakers, backstage. Kind of stores you don't know anything about. Stores you don't know anything about unless you go down to the bottom. I've never been down in there. The other corner over there is a bed and breakfast I have actually been in called they call it Dragon's Den. Dragon's Den was the name of the daycare at Tavern school where my daughter went. Dragon's Nest, maybe? I've been in here on one of the Tavern school home tours. We went and toured this. What do they call it? Dragon's Nest. Dragon's Den is what they call the daycare. This is, as you can see there, the Dragon's Nest. It's a B&B. Apartments and condos over there. Houses on this side. That intersection I just turned the corner at is where I totaled our old Volvo. Got hit. Then we found another Volvo of the same vintage, which is now our second car. Got a really good deal on it, I thought. It was a $50,000 car when it was new, and we got this used one for $7,000, but it only had like 50,000 kilometers on it, so not quite new, but not far from it. And for only $7,000, I thought that was a really good deal. It was in a state. It did end up having a few $1,000s work done on it over the years. Spark plugs and a few other things, but runs great now, and it still only has 80,000 kilometers on it, and it's a 20-year-old car, which sounds impressive, but we also have a Cadillac that's 1976 Eldorado, 77 Eldorado, and it only has about 15,000 miles on it, original miles. It took some work to get it running too, and it hasn't run now for 2 or 3 years, so it's going to take work to get it running again. I'd like to sell it, but there is sentimental attachment to it. So, I don't know if we'll manage that or not anytime soon, but it'd be nice. So that low building was the first Saskatchewan Government Telephones building. The taller building there was the second SaskTel building. And then now my wife works in the third SaskTel building, which is downtown attached to the Cornwall Center, the mall that I sometimes have started these walks from or ended them at. Apartments over here. So this is Angus Street, which connects to Angus Crescent. There's also an Angus Boulevard, and I think there's an Angus Road, so there's a lot of Anguses, Angusi. I don't know who Angus was, but he got a lot of stuff named after him, unless it's more than one Angus. Never mind Angus cattle, Angus beef. Different Angus, I'm pretty sure that one. Oh, it's not a very unusual name for you Scots, is it? Angus. Angus. This building up here is the Unitarian Center. Originally it was the Church of Christ Scientist, which if you've never heard of the Church of Christ Scientist, I don't know if they still are a going concern or not. Mary Baker Eddy. Something in science with the key to the scriptures. Their biggest cultural influence was Jonathan Livingston Seagull, which if you remember reading it, and if you don't, well, I enjoyed it at the time. I'm not sure how it would hold up now. Basically, he discovers that nothing is real, it's all in your head. It's basically what it boils down to. So if you're sick, it's all in your head. Reality is all in your head. There is no objective reality. That's how I remember the story anyway. So he wants to fly higher and faster than anybody else, if I remember right, and ends up smashing into the sea, but he's not dead because it's all in your head. There's a movie, and there's a Neil Diamond soundtrack to the movie. Oh, actually, I should look it up, because we've been on this 70s movie kick. We're watching these old 70s movies. I'm pretty sure that's a 70s movie. Nobody ever talks about that. I think maybe people are just embarrassed by it. I don't know. There's a little free library. So I don't know if Church of Christ Scientist continues to exist or not. The name always intrigued me because I grew up in the Churches of Christ, completely different. And in the addition of scientists, I was interested in science. So I thought, what is this Church of Christ Scientist? But then when I looked into it, I realized, no, I won't be converting. Almost home. So this is, again, short walk today. 2 short walks put together to make a slightly longer walk, but quite a bit shorter than yesterday, which was a bit over an hour. Tavern school down there. And once I get home, I will carry on editing, only once more at home. Shadowpaw was acting weird when I left. He'd suddenly come running down the stairs, and then he seemed a little out of sorts. I wonder if he woke up from a bad dream or something. It was very odd. I thought he'd seen something outside, but that wasn't the way he acted. So I hope he's doing okay. I mean, it could have been he had a sudden pain, which would concern me. But he didn't seem to be in pain once he'd woken up, so I just don't know. It was very odd. You become attuned to the way your animals behave, and when they do something different, it's concerning. Especially cats. Cats' reaction to being sick is often to hide themselves away somewhere. So it can be very difficult to tell. Their natural instinct is to not show it because being a predator and all that, in the wild it would be bad. Anyway, hopefully it was just something like a nightmare, because they do have them. I know that. I've heard him in the middle of the night yowling in his sleep. It was very spooky. It's only happened once. It was very spooky. But that's the only thing we can figure is that's what was going on. Don't know what he has to have bad dreams about. He has a pretty easy life, to tell you the truth. Fed every day, lots of petting. Happy cat, for the most part. Alrighty, I will stop here. So thanks for walking with me in part 2. And I guess I'll be back tomorrow. Probably. I haven't done a creek walk, my usual creek walk, so I might do that tomorrow. Anyway, bye for now.